Welcome to Brayburn Live. I'm Brian Bistrong, chef and host at Brayburn Restaurant. So it's been a couple weeks. It's restaurant week now, a little crazy, and we're going to do a dish that we do for restaurant week. And it's a nice dish, and it's easy to do, something you could do at home. And so I'll start. We're going to make smoked brook trout. So what I have here is a butterfly trout. And what I mean by butterfly is the fish still has his some of his bones, but not too many, and you can see it opens up like a butterfly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this trout, we're going to take the head off, take the tail off, discard that. You see where there's a little bit of the belly? You're going to kind of take your knife and try to go underneath that as best you can. Clean that off. Other side. And then you're going to split it down the center, and in the center there's still some of the spine or where the fin is. So you want to go on either side of that. Okay. So now you have two fillets, skin on. Now there's still the pin bones, and you do want to remove those. And what you do is you can run your finger along the fillet. You can feel all those little pin bones. And then pair of tweezers or fish tweezers, you're going to pull them out. And I don't know if you can see it. They're very fine. And not very appetizing. So you're going to remove all those. Let's do the other one. Okay. You get all these pin bones out. And then you're going to smoke it. Different ways you can smoke it. If you have a grill or a smoker outside, you could do it there. Inside is what we do at the restaurant. We kind of cheat, but it works really well. Is you get yourself some wood chips. These I got online. You can find this almost anywhere now. Also in New York, downtown, there's a Japanese store that sells blocks of wood that it's compressed, and you can break it apart and light that on fire and smoke that. So what you're going to do is you have half hotel pan or a dish, metal. This is about 6 inches deep, solid, and then a perforated to go over. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our wood chips in here. Now, if you don't have a little torch, then what you can do is you can just do it in the pan. So just get your pan hot, and you're going to burn your chips until they start to smoke. You can catch them on fire, it's okay. So I'm going to do the double whammy to speed the process up. We can keep it lit. Okay. Now these are apple, Brayburn apple, but you can use cherry, you can use hickory, whatever you like. Basically, you're going to get them burning, put it back in the pan, put the fish in the perforator and cover it. And what we do here is we do a light smoke. Sometimes you get trout when you buy it in the store retail. It's heavily smoked, and it's hot smoked too, so it can be pretty dry. We do it a little bit different here. I think it's definitely a little more delicate. As you can see, I got it burning, kind of moved it around. So I'm going to take the flame away. You can see they're on fire now. So I'm going to let that go just for a minute. We have the perforated, some vegetable spray. Gonna spray that. Gonna lay our trout skin side down in there. I'm gonna give it a little salt and pepper. Okay. Then you're gonna take these chips, dump them in there, close that, and you're gonna cover it with foil. Now, it does need some air, otherwise it's not gonna smoke. You know, fire needs a little bit of air. So, gonna let this go for about 15 minutes, just like this. So it's a cold smoke. It's just the smoke hitting the fish and fusing into the fillet. Then, you're gonna put it into a low oven, 200 degrees, 175 degrees. So, that's in there for about 15 minutes until it's cooked. And what you're gonna get, you see right here, is the smoked trout. Now it's not super white, it's not discolored too much like you see in the stores with the smoked trout, which is a heavy, heavy smoke. And really all you taste is the smoke and not the trout. It's cooked through, but it's still very nice and tender. And then I'll show you what we do. Here at the restaurant, for restaurant week, we make a little salad with it. The skin comes right off. See that? Then cut it in half into a portion. Now another time, I'll show you how I make the rest. But for time's sake, at the restaurant, this is red cabbage puree. Beautiful, beautiful color. Goes great with the trout. And basically all it is red cabbage that I marinated in red wine, port wine, and vinegar for 24 hours. And then just braised it until it got really tender. And then pureed it. So it's kind of a cold sauce. And the color between the cabbage and the wine that's in there is just beautiful. So you have a little of that. And here, it's a little potato salad. This is just some diced Yukon Golds, some pickled onions, and some pickled mustard seed in there, with some salt and pepper. And then I made a horseradish cream, basically creme fraiche and horseradish, mixed it up and put that in there. All this stuff just goes great with the trout. Okay, so you got that. Put our piece of trout down on top of it. Give it a touch of olive oil on there. You can use nut oil too, which is really nice. You can use walnut oil, goes really well. And a little bit of salt. Then I just make a little salad with some baby greens. You could use celery leaf again in there. You could use some dill. I just put that down. And you have house smoked trout, little potato salad, and red cabbage puree. That's it, and we'll see you next time on Braeburn Live. Braeburn Live.